Hello, people. I am Matthewplayspokemon. Yes, narrating this for Phoenix 5M. I am up way too early. I had to get up at 9 o'clock for a meeting at work, but this is besides the point. This battle, he had against NBZ, and cool battle, I guess. I believe he had it around the time for Battle for Charity. He does not have a flash card or anything like that. He doesn't have like an R4, an ace card, a super card or anything. So, he uploaded it to, I don't know, like 5th Gen has this weird thing where you can upload battles and then other people can download it, and he uploaded it, I downloaded it, and here it is. As you can see, he's leading off with a Hydreigon, and there's a Victini. Most likely it's a physical Victini, but it may not have U-turn. And as you can see, he's also running the Haxorus, the Chandelure, and the Shuckle outside of Sandstorm. I guess he was banking on NBZ bringing Sandstorm, but he really doesn't do that unless he brings a Shuckle of his own. And they both have Vaporeon and Metagross. Really, the only synergy changes really is that Electros and Fortress and the Haxorus. And the Haxorus is going to be a big threat to any team. I'm not quite sure what brand of Haxorus it is at the moment, but it's a Haxorus, massive attack, nothing to mess around with. And yeah, here we go. Victini is going to go for the Brick Break. I figured it wouldn't have U-turn. Brick Break's a higher base power. It's also non-stab, and Hydreigon is at full health, so should be able to take one with relative ease. And it turns out it's a life for Victini, but the Dark Pulse, I believe this may be a Specs Hydreigon. And someone's contacting me on Skype. I'll get to them later. And that Dark Pulse takes it out one shot. So I'm actually thinking that Specs, because Victini does have base 100 defenses, meaning that I can really take a lot of hits from full health unless it's like a Bandit or a Specs hit. But here comes a Metagross, which takes neutral damage and can easily pick him off with like a Bullet Punch or something. But NBZ predicts a switch, goes for the Meteor Mash on the Chandelure, hoping to get an attack raise. It actually does a pretty good amount for it not being super effective. Wow. And this Fire Blast here, and Fire Blasting, switch to Vaporeon, that was the pretty obvious play, but it works out because Vaporeon takes that pretty well. I'm thinking that this may be a Scarf Chandelure. And it's further evidenced by the fact that he switches out here and goes into his own Vaporeon, which I guess it's a good play, but there's not really much either Vaporeon can do to each other. As NBZ's just throws up a Wish, and John's Vaporeon is just sitting here. He switches out, hoping to pass the Wish off to hoping to take a hit and pass the Wish off to this Electros here, which is called Elo. I see what you did there, NBZ. I see what you did there. And, Vaporeon's just not really going to be able to do much to this. He's going to go for Protect to start racking up Toxic. As NBZ reveals, he has Toxic himself. Now, I don't know. Most of the time I see these things are as physical or special attackers. I don't really see a bulky set, really. I mean, I know Electros really doesn't have any weaknesses, but I don't think it has the greatest defenses in the world. So here comes the Haxorus. The Haxorus has Mold Breaker, so the Levitate is now null and void. And I think this Haxorus may have Lumberry, that's why he went out to it. And I think it's running a bit more HP than it normally would. No, it's not running a Lumberry, but I guess if you don't really have anything to take the Toxic, I guess a Sweeper isn't too bad of an idea as long as you don't plan on setting up. And as noted by the Mold Breaker, the Levitate is null and void, so he has to switch out. He goes into his Conkeldurr here. Oh, Conquer, not Conkeldurr, wow. He goes for the Earthquake. It's a safe play. It's neutral on pretty much everything he has. And looking at that damage, I'm starting to think this might be Scarfed, maybe, or Banded. I don't see Life Orb or Leftovers. So I'm not exactly sure what type of Haxorus that is. It might be Bandit, actually. I don't know. But, goes into Chandelure, which is pretty good, as the Fortress sets up the Stealth Rock. And Fortress is going to be scared shitless by this Chandelure because it's a 4-time super effective stab move. combined with massive special attack. So NBZ switches out to his Vaporeon here, and this Vaporeon is going to get smacked with an energy ball right to the face. Nice prediction on John's part. That was a really nice prediction. It does a lot, actually, but then again, that is super effective. Combined with Chandeler's massive special attack. But the switch here is kind of obvious because he doesn't want to take 2 energy balls, so he goes back into his Hydreigon. And as NBZ switches out, let's see what he switches out into. He switches out into his Sherlock, which is his Metagross. I'm thinking this may... Okay, so the Metagross doesn't even have Bullet Punch, or maybe he predicted the Hydreigon to switch out in fear of the Bullet Punch. But that Fire Blast, easy KO, and the Vaporeon has been knocked down to the range where it won't appreciate taking 2 hits, so it won't stand. But the bad thing is that John does not have the Stealth Rocks up, so the multi-scale is intact. This might be a Dragon Dancing variant. I haven't seen this battle in a while. Yeah, it is a Dragon Dance. It's a bulky Dragon Dancer, so I think John's plan of action here is to go into Vaporeon and get a Toxic off to break the multi-scale, protect, and just be annoying little Vaporeon. So here comes the second Dragon Dance. Not really much Vaporeon can do except Toxic stall this thing. And I believe this is a fully defensive one, so Toxic and Protect and Wish, Scald all go together. I guess Poison might be the better option here, considering that it's you can't really rely on the 30% chance, but then again, 30% is more like 100% of Pokemon, and 70 is more like 2, as evidenced by Focus Blast missing for everyone. So now that the multi-scale is broken, I believe that Vaporeon can take hits pretty well. I guess NBZ doesn't want to lock himself into Outrage, even though John really doesn't have anything that wants to take an Outrage, and Vaporeon takes that Earthquake like a monster. I guess maybe he was predicting the Chandelure switch, but at the same time, the Stab Outrage would have done more. I believe that Haxorus is scarfed, judging by the damage it did to the Fortress. If it was banned, it would have done a hell of a lot more. So here comes the Dragon Dance on the predicted Protect. So now that Dragonite is a +3, and John predicts that nicely, considering that the Protect was the obvious play there. And goes for the Skull. Doesn't do a lot because it's resisted, but at the same time, he's back up to full health. John has pretty much his whole team left, whereas NBZ has his very weakened Dragonite. I mean, if John, oh my god. John is just being a troll. He does decide to lock himself into Outrage, but John, being the Vaporeon troll he is, decides to go for Protect, and he successfully got rid of that Dragonite, which was probably NBZ's only hope. And now he sends out the Electros, and NBZ decides to run. That was a great battle, John. Glad you let me just narrate this for you. I hope we get an Ace card or an R4 soon. Everyone check him out. And, oh yeah, and if you're one of those people that think Facebook's trying to charge, you're stupid.